So the moment Meta was saying that you will be in a universe where you are not presently, available, but your avatar will be there, right? And this is what exactly it looks like. And very soon we can definitely see, right, that you are just wearing a normal glasses, but still you are able to, take calls and maybe work with someone who's not there with you.
You must be using a lot of different tools, right, to increase the productivity, because there's a lot of automation that needs to be done so that you put your time into different aspects.
Mail, second is chatbot for the customer support, and marketing is crazy. Most of the content which we are publishing right now are generated by ChatGPT and Gemini. I'm giving demo and I'm negotiating and I'm nurturing, I'm following up all those things, right? There's so many time which I have to waste. Now I'm focused on closing deals, so I have more chances to get more revenues for my company. Hello everyone, welcome back. And one more podcast. Today we're gonna talk about top trending technology of 2024, and we're gonna go deep down into it. We're gonna discuss what exactly it is, how you can make career in it, what exactly it gonna help you, and how these things are changing the entire landscape in this trending technology. The first, which we all know, do you know? Can you guess?
Sure, it is AI/ML.
Yeah, it is AI/ML, and for better understanding, we'd definitely like to know, Ashish, what is AI, what is ML?
It's kind of simulating the human intelligence, right? So we have artificial intelligence, we have machine learning. Now machine learning is a subset of AI. AI is the broader umbrella term that we use, and then under that falls the ML part of it, right? So AI can be of various types. Gen AIs we have. So a popular example right now that we use in day-to-day life for productivity is ChatGPT, right? So what Gen AI basically means is that whatever a human mind can anyways would be able to do, for example, like creating content, a human mind can create content, right? For example, coding stuff, human mind is able to code. Now, whatever human mind is already being able to do, that is what Gen AI can do, right? So it is basically of similar, similar complexities of problems that it can solve. Then we have ASI, which is artificial super intelligence. That is a very hypothetical term. It is not yet into reality yet, but yeah, we kind of want to achieve that in the coming years. And then we have ML. So ML basically refers more towards the algorithms, right? So to make these machines understand what we are trying to achieve, and to make them learn, we use certain algorithms, and these algorithms are kind of very heavy. So we use very fast computers to process all these algorithms and to train these machines. And to train the machines, we also need data. Now data can be of two types. It is supervised or unsupervised data, and by supervised I mean it is labeled data. So for example, if I have to give let's say in profession of medicine, let's say CT scans or chest x-rays, right? So for example, let's say if you want to train you want to train ML to recognize if it is a chest infection or not, lung infection or not. So you basically feed a lot of tons and tons of data images of lung infections. So and this has to be labeled. So you basically are pushing images, and they have proper labeling around them that this is lung infection, this is not lung infection, like that. And the machine will basically process those images. That by the way falls under the image processing part also.
Okay, so
there are a lot of terms basically.
Oh my god, that's so many things. So you mean that with the lots of data which is already there in from previous times, right? You are building a software, you are building a kind of technology which is learning and processing the older data, and then based on those data, those checkpoints, it's giving you the new things which gonna be happen in future.
Yes,
kind of
that is what exactly ML is. So if you're using ChatGPT, it has been trained on a lot of previous data that has been around the internet so far. And whenever you ask something to ChatGPT, it is able to reply because it kind of has been trained on similar questions from the past that people might have used. So it is kind of giving you a repetitive question, but a repetitive answer, but in a very much compressed way. That is that makes most sense to you.
So that means, so let's say there are so in a much easier way, I just wanted to explain you guys that let's imagine that you wanted to play cricket, right? and when you wanted to play cricket, now you are getting a person who have every way of playing cricket, every skills which has been played so far in this entire world. So maybe it have skills of Virat Kohli, MS Dhoni, Sachin Tendulkar, every cricket player who has played so far. So whenever you ask that how I should face this ball, that person will check with every styles, and then they will come up with the best way of playing that ball. This is what it is, right?
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Yeah, so whichever company is talking about that they have AI or they are building ML or something like that, always remember they have good amount of data as in they have good amount of use cases and things which has been done in past, maybe 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and based on those outcomes, learnings, they are programming systems that what will be the possibilities and maybe what will the patterns can be followed in future. That's what it is. And when we talk about generative AI, so there right now the AI does not have capability of taking decisions on behalf of humans, right? This is what so far happened. But in future, these programs, this AI will be able to take decision on behalf of you. So let's say if you are saying that you are hungry, right? And you wanted to have a food, and you have to ask that how I can cook roti, or maybe how I can cook a kind of vegetable, something like that. And then that AI gives you the entire menu and how the steps to cook any food, right? But in future, it could also tell you that based on your health scenario, based on the timing, based on the location, and based on all sorts of things, what you can have and what you should have. That's kind of capability AI can get.
And I also wanted to ask you, like, you are kind of like leading the marketing and sales here, right? So you must be using a lot of different tools, right, to increase the productivity, because there's a lot of automation that needs to be done so that like you put your time into like different aspects.
Okay, so before telling you that, I just wanted to mention one thing. There's a one startup called Dukaan in India, right? They have removed their 97% of customer support part in this year only, in January, and they replaced that entire team with just a chatbot. This happened because they had a 7 years of data, and they have got everything under that bot. So let's say in 7 years they have figured out that what kind of objection client have raised, what answers these humans, this customer support people have given, and what was the satisfaction level of those clients. So they have put it the entire this Q&A and all the resolution and objection handling part in chatbot. So whenever any company, any client coming in and they have any query, most of the 99% of the time, this kind of objection has been handled in past, and so that bot is capable of handling those objections. Now why I'm mentioning that, this is the most important part where AI helping me. So customer success is, you yourself are working on Intercom, right? So we are also working on similar kind of bot where our client are able to get the resolution and objection handling over chatbot. Now what is the benefit of it, right? The benefit is like it's 24/7 live. You don't have to pay hectic salary. You don't have to worry about when your clients are increasing and when you are working in a different time zone. So we are having people in US, they are waking up, and I just had a call because it's 9 a.m. there, and I'm gonna also have to work there. So now as a human being, it's difficult for me to manage US timing, India timing, African timing, right? But for bot, it's not there. There are other part of AI also which I'm using in marketing and sales, right? So take example of calling people, right, or sending mails. So now we have sequencing. So if a person is there and he have to send a mail, right, it take at least 5 minutes to type a mail and send a mail. So in 8 hours, how many mails he can send, right? But right now we are sending around more than 3,000 mails in a day with just sequencing and with the correct persona, with the filters, right? So that particular bot doing the research that what people are working in our persona. Persona as means our target audience, what people are changing jobs, what kind of job they are getting in, what exactly they are doing, all sort of things that bot is doing, and they are sending. So we have different kind of mail templates also. So let's say you are switching your job and you are going to a new company and at a higher position, and now you have authority to take decision. This bot send you a mail as a congratulation and also pitch you that this is the best way to make sure that you are giving back to your new company. And this is the way we are able to get good demos. So there's other things also, like when you're sending mail. Second is chatbot for the customer support, and marketing is crazy. Most of the content which we are publishing right now are generated by ChatGPT and Gemini. So I have trained bots now, and these bots, I just put that this is my topic and this is what I wanted to cover in this video, or this is what I wanted to make for 1 minute reel or something like that. Please give me the script, and that bot give me exact script with the timestamping that at 10 second you should do this will be the act, this will be the background, this will be the location, or all sort of things. So there's a huge way of doing all sort of things. Now whoever listening this, these people should not afraid that these are the killing the job, right? Now understand that you have much more important now, right? When customer success will be replaced by 97%, right? There will be the 3% people who will be working in customer success, right? Those 3% people will be highly paid, highly paid, and they will be highly cubed. So if you are getting good skills, you will be on top 1%. Those people who are not sending mails, they're getting the demos booked by those mails, right? And those demos will be good demos. So now you have a more chance to close deals. Earlier was what was happening. I'm sending mails, I'm calling them, I'm giving demo, and I'm negotiating, and I'm nurturing, I'm following up, all those things, right? There's so many time which I have to waste. Now I'm focused on closing deals, so I have more chances to get more revenues for my company. So this is what happening. So people with the good skill will definitely gonna rise in this AI ML part, especially from the marketing and sales side.
Yeah, exactly, because you see, a lot of these tools that we have right now are mostly productivity tools. They are not going to replace completely, right? They're not going to replace you completely. So if you're incorporating them in your daily use cases, it is beneficial to you because you are able to do your task much quickly. Because CLT, at the end of the day, it matters like how much you are able to achieve, right? Like how many tasks you are able to do, how many goals you are able to hit.
That's true. So that was the first trending technology part in 2024. Now we have a second one, which is extended reality, XR. So we all are hearing about Apple Vision Pro and Ray-Ban Meta glasses, right? So Assis, what is extended reality?
Yeah, so when Apple Vision Pro had their demo first, last year I guess, it kind of blowed up because it was like the first time people have actually experienced this kind of quality in the terms of VR and AR. So XR is extended reality, but what it is basically an umbrella term which is used to cover the three topics, which are AR, VR and MR.
What is the full form AR, MR, or
VR is basically virtual reality, and what it does is basically it kind of takes you into a digital environment, right? So when you wear VR headsets, you kind of enter the environment where the surrounding is basically digital, right? Now that is what VR is, virtual reality. By AR, it is augmented reality. In augmented reality is kind of opposite of what VR is. In augmented reality, you bring a digital content into your actual space, real life space. So for example, I think Zomato has recently launched a feature where you could select the food that you want to buy, and you have that option there. So when you click on that AR option, you kind of have to place your phone on a table and the food will basically appear. And Lenskart also similarly uses
most
this.
Most of the e-com companies are doing
e-com companies
things,
to provide you you can basically try the accessories, try glasses. Now these are not obviously actual glasses, these are filters, but they are digital content that are being placed into real life, right? So this comes under AR part. And what MR is basically mix of both, which is what Apple Vision Pro is. You kind of wear that headset and you're able to enter a virtual surrounding, and as well you're also able to interact with digital content like screens and your application devices. And
have you seen the movie The Guy?
No.
Let me play the trailer for that. It's crazy movie. I mean, I should also play that. I mean, let me show you. this is crazy. I mean, and this is what it is, right? This is
this is much more sci-fi, and it's a lot of time to actually achieve things like this. But yeah, this is what MR is, basically interacting with your real digital content in your real life and having a virtual space within the real life itself. So yeah.
But yeah, this is already possible. I mean, there are so many games. I mean, what was the actual purpose of having a Apple Vision Pro?
The actual purpose is basically to have as much interactive experience as possible. That is what extended reality is. You kind of extend the reality. You do not have any bounds now.
And this is what Meta was also doing, right? So the moment Meta was saying that you will be in a universe where you are not presently available, but your avatar will be there, right? And this is what exactly it looks like. And very soon we can definitely see, right, that you are just wearing a normal glasses, but still you are able to take calls and maybe walk with someone who's not there with you.
Definitely, yeah, because if you go 10 years back, smartphones were not that much common as they are right now, and they were like very, very expensive. Like what you get now, at the same price, you wouldn't be getting any smartphone.
I just imagine that what will happen to the Zoom and some other meeting meeting softwares. I mean, this will be replaced by this kind of VR sets, right, where you are just wearing glasses and you are sitting in a cabin and there are 4 other people talking with you and you are in a meeting room, but that is a virtual reality.
And most definitely, I see that happening in next 10 years or so.
I can see that in next 5 years, I guess. Isn't it so? And so this is also increasing very rapidly. I mean, VR, the extended reality version is already going very, very quickly there, and also the pricing of the sets are also decreasing, and they are trying to make it more lighter. And Ray-Ban glasses are one of the steps towards that. Yeah, you are having all the AI and all the camera and all the speakers in just single glasses, which looks like totally normal glass like that, right?
And also in terms of development career in this, it is kind of prospectus right now, because there are not a lot of developers right now that are doing AR or VR. So if you're kind of learning it right now, you kind of get a head start, because there are startups that want to hire these people, but there's just simply no developers in the market right now.
Right. And so now you can see that there's so many games which needs to be built for this kind of extended reality. There's so many UI UX you have to design for this kind of extended reality. So it's a kind of new niche which you can make sure that you are ahead in time. So let's take an example of you are UI UX designer, right? Now you are designing for maybe A4 sizes or maybe some desktop sizes or maybe screen phone sizes. What if you get a extended reality, this entire 360 degree, wherever the eyes goes, but you have to design UI UX for that? I mean, it's a crazy stuff. It's a crazy project.
It's a whole new environment basically to develop, because there would be kind of lot of development going on around in this field in the next 10 years.
And even for the coders, I mean, how you will write code which can change the color in sunlight and non-sunlight kind, right? So app will be same. People are looking at apps, right? But if they are going out of sunlight, that app should be so dark that it can be visible in sunlight. But when people are coming in home or maybe back to some room, that app should change the color in lighter version, right? That's kind of development required, and it's a whole lot of new thing which people can experience. I mean, crazy. I'm feeling goosebumps to just hear, listen, and think about it. It's a crazy stuff, right? Very soon you might seeing us, not like this and not a small screen or not a laptop, right? You might have, hearing our podcast just sitting here with the extended reality, right? That could be also
that's
possible.
pretty much possible, right?
Yeah, and this is what, if I remember, YouTube also tried this very long back, where they split the phone screens and they put it in our device, and now
it's
you can.
It's still there. Actually, if you could, if you search for 360 degree videos, you kind of get that, and you can basically play those videos in your headset. So basically, place your phone in a headset like that, and you kind of get a similar experience. It's not that good, but yes, you can try that. There are 360 videos available on YouTube. You can search for that.
But the question is still, it's an extended reality. It's not the reality, right? I'm waiting for that, maybe Neuralink or maybe some chip or maybe some kind of device which can help you to to experience that sensations or moment or something like that?
Yeah, it's already been there. Like you perform so a lot of complex surgeries, what doctors do is basically they perform the same surgery first in the extended reality environment, and then they see like how, like what is the probability of what could go wrong and what needs to be done, like how they should approach the operation and all, and then they actually perform the real operation. So that is already being performed.
Wow, and that's crazy. Guys, if you are knowing all those things just because of our podcast, please subscribe to this channel. It's a new channel. We are trying very hard. It's too late, but still we are shooting. So please subscribe this channel, and we are looking good also. So for that you can also subscribe. Okay, the list was very long. There was around 10 new trends, but we feel that you only need to know 3 things because we are related to computing and softwares. The first was AI ML, second was extended reality, and the third is quantum computing. Now I must admit that I am not aware of computing, this quantum computing. I only know quantum because of Marvel's movie. Nothing else, because I'm not from science background, and all sort of things just make me feel I don't know, I feel what I should know about that, because I'm not good with that. So Ashish, what is quantum computing?
Yeah, okay. So quantum computing is itself very mysterious, because firstly quantum principles are itself mysterious, right? Now quantum computing is based on quantum principles, and what it basically means is that now in normal computing we have smallest unit of data as bit, 1 bit, right? In quantum computing we have a similar, but we call it a qubit. Now a normal bit would basically contain a value of 0 or 1, so it can be either 0 or 1 binary values, right? But in a qubit it can be 0, 1, or it can be both at the same time, right? Now this is what is being used in quantum computing. So to perform larger operations, to perform a lot of complex algorithms, quantum computing is being used. So in fact, for we earlier talked about machine learning, right? So I earlier said that machine learning is basically implementing complex algorithms so that machines can actually learn. Now these complex algorithms are actually being used being run on quantum computers, because these are very complex and they take a lot of execution power, and a normal computer wouldn't be able to handle that, because it would either take it a lot of time, or it's basically going to simply not going to work. This is where quantum computers are used, so to perform heavy machine learning algorithms, or in testing of drugs, so to see in creating new medicines, how a particle would react to each other, some other particle. All of the simulations about the universe, what could go wrong, what are the probabilities, all of this basically used solved via quantum computing.
So for you guys, just think that there's a Superman but on steroid.
Superman on steroids,
right?
That's greater exaggeration.
Yeah, right, this is what it is, right? Exactly, right. Superman on steroid, right? That's the perfect example, because all these computers are already nowadays, it's they are very very equipped and very highly performing, but quantum computing is basically based on next level of that, right? Where you can do lots of algorithm can run on a similar time, right? And the probability of getting any outcome is much higher in this, right? So let's say if you remember that endgame scene where Mr. Doctor Strange, right, predict that there's a 1 probability of winning from some 60 lakh, right?
That's actually a very good example. So you could basically think of researchers or scientists would use quantum computers in order to get what is the probability, how would how would things go on, so that is what quantum computers are used for.
Yeah, so this is what it is. So basically you become Doctor Strange, where you can see all the 16 lakh probability, and then 1 probability where you have highest chance of winning, you'll get to know with this quantum computing, right? This is what it is. Oh my god, I know so much thing about all these things. Okay, so there are other things. I mean, I don't know, we should talk more about quantum computing, or what do you have anything else to share on quantum computing?
No, that's pretty much it, because it's actually a very mysterious topic in itself.
It take hell lot of time to explain in a better way. So you should, if you want we should discuss more on quantum computing, please go and comment that you want quantum computing. Okay, then we will make a long video on that. But yeah, for timing we are signing off. And yes, these are the top 3 technology trend in 2024. Apart from that, there are other trend in technology which are different, right? You will get a link in description where you can read out all those top 10 technologies. You will find out there. If you like this video, please share with your friend and subscribe.